When you hear this message, don't scroll away. Because if this found you right now, it's not by chance. God is saying, I'll rescue you. You've got 21 minutes to respond. You've been fighting a battle no one else sees. You've smiled through pain, carried weight that almost broke you, and whispered prayers that felt like they went unanswered. But God heard you. Every tear, every late-night cry, every "God, please just give me a sign." This is it. He's saying, I saw you when they walked away. I saw you when you had nothing left but faith the size of a mustard seed, and that was enough. I'm about to rescue you from what was meant to destroy you. Don't doubt this moment. You didn't stumble on this video for entertainment. You were led here. The timing is divine. 21 minutes. That's all it takes for a shift to begin. For heaven to move in your favor. For God to take what was broken and breathe life into it again. You thought it was over, but it's not over. You thought it was too late, but God says, I'm still on time. You thought you were forgotten, but He says, I never left you. Right now, heaven is aligning things you can't see. The delay wasn't denial, it was preparation. Every storm you faced didn't come to destroy you. It came to reveal your strength. Every closed door was protecting you from something that wasn't meant to hold your purpose. Listen, if you're hearing this, it's because something is about to break open in your life. Financial blessing, healing, restoration, reconciliation, a turnaround that doesn't make sense. The kind that makes people say, how did that happen for them? But you'll know it was God. So don't quit now. Don't give up just because it feels hard. You're closer than you think. You've got 21 minutes to respond, not with fear, but with faith. Lift your hands, say, God, I'm ready. That's all. He needs your yes. Type 777 in the comments if you receive this. That number is spiritual completion. It's heaven's way of saying it is done. If this message speaks to you, like this video right now, not for the algorithm, but as a sign of agreement, as a declaration that you trust God's timing more than your own. Because when God rescues, He doesn't just pull you out, He elevates you. He restores what was lost, multiplies what was broken, and turns your scars into stories of survival. You might feel small right now, unseen, unnoticed, but heaven is whispering your name. Angels are already assigned to your situation. The miracle has already begun. It's unfolding behind the scenes while you're watching this. God says, don't fear what's ahead. Don't run from the unknown. I'm walking before you. I'm clearing paths you didn't even know were blocked. You've spent too long carrying what was never yours to carry. Lay it down. The fear, the guilt, the shame, the what-ifs. You don't have to be perfect, just willing. God doesn't use the flawless. He uses the faithful. If you believe your rescue is near, if you believe this is your confirmation, pause right now and say, I receive it. Say it out loud. Speak life into your situation. Because your words have power and heaven is listening. Like this video if you know this message was meant for you. Subscribe for more messages like this, not just to hear words, but to stay connected to hope. You've got 21 minutes. 21 minutes for your breakthrough to start forming, for your heart to shift from panic to peace, for your situation to go from impossible to done. You might not see it yet, but faith isn't about seeing, it's about believing. And when you believe, God moves mountains. This is your moment. Don't scroll past it. Stay still for a second and breathe, because something is changing in the atmosphere around you. You're not lost. You're being redirected. You're not stuck. You're being positioned. You're not forgotten. You're being prepared. And when the rescue comes, it won't just lift you, it'll amaze everyone who doubted you. God's about to make your name known in places your feet haven't even walked yet. He's saying, I'm opening doors no one can close. I'm healing wounds no one can see. I'm rewriting stories that the enemy tried to end. If you feel that, don't ignore it. That tug in your spirit, that's your confirmation. You've waited, you've prayed, you've cried. Now it's your turn to rise. Say, I'm ready in the comments. Say 777 if you claim this, because the moment you do, you're stepping into agreement with heaven. Your rescue isn't coming someday. It's starting now. God says, asterisk, you've cried enough. You've worried enough. You've carried this storm long enough. Now, let me carry you. Asterisk, there's a reason you're hearing this right now. You've been tested, stretched, and shaken not to break you, but to prepare you for a season that's bigger than anything you've ever known. This isn't a coincidence. This is divine timing. Heaven doesn't make mistakes. You didn't lose those people by accident. You didn't face that betrayal without purpose. Every loss was a setup. Every rejection was redirection. Every delay was protection. God says, asterisk, I didn't forget your name when the world overlooked you. I didn't leave you when everyone else walked away. I was shaping you in silence. I was building strength inside of you when you thought you were falling apart. Asterisk, you've got 21 minutes not to panic, not to doubt, but to choose faith. To decide that this time you won't let fear win. Because when you say, God, I trust you, even when everything looks impossible, that's when heaven moves fastest. You don't need all the answers. You just need to respond. Lift your head, wipe your tears, say, God, I'm still here. Because that's what faith looks like, staying standing when everything in you wants to quit. If you're still watching, it's because your rescue is closer than you think. You're not just waiting on God. God is waiting on you, waiting for your yes, waiting for your faith to rise again. He's saying, asterisk, stop rehearsing the pain and start preparing for the promise. Stop replaying what they did and start rejoicing for what I'm about to do. Asterisk, you've been hidden for a reason. God didn't forget you. He protected you. He kept you out of rooms that would have crushed your spirit. He closed doors that looked good but would have destroyed your peace. The delay was never denial. It was development. And when he releases what's next, it'll happen fast, quicker than you expect. Sudden, unstoppable. The kind of breakthrough that doesn't make sense on paper. But it doesn't have to, because it's not man's plan. It's God's plan. You're about to step into divine favor, the kind that makes up for lost time. The kind that erases years of struggle in a single moment. Right now, heaven is shifting things in your direction. Your finances, your health, your relationships, your dreams. The same God who created the stars is aligning everything for your comeback. Don't you dare give up before the miracle. Say, I'm ready, if you can feel this in your spirit. Type 777 if you know this is your sign. Because every time you declare it, you're speaking life into your situation. You're telling the universe, asterisk, I'm open for my blessing. Asterisk, you've been praying for a sign, this is it. God says, asterisk, I'm sending help. I'm sending answers. I'm sending peace where there's been chaos. I'm sending people who will love you right, support you right, pray for you when no one else does. Asterisk, you are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are not disqualified from the promise. What's coming next isn't payback. It's restoration. He's going to take what was meant to break you and use it to bless you. And listen, when you walk out of this storm, you won't even smell like smoke. The pain won't define you anymore. It'll refine you. You'll look back and realize it all had to happen exactly the way it did, because that was the only way to make you who you are becoming. If this message hits your soul, don't just scroll past it. Like this video as your declaration that you're stepping into a new season. Subscribe to stay connected to this kind of energy, because faith needs community. You're not meant to walk alone. God says, in 21 minutes, I can turn an entire lifetime of pain into purpose. I can flip the script in your favor. I can make what you thought was impossible happen right in front of your eyes. Miracles don't take time, they take faith. You're entering a season of overflow, of answered prayers, of open doors. And when it happens, it'll happen so fast that your head will spin in the best way. So don't question the silence. Embrace it. Don't curse the waiting, trust it. Because the same God who's been quiet is about to speak loudly through your breakthrough. He's saying, I didn't bring you this far to leave you now. I'm about to rescue you in a way that will shock everyone who said you wouldn't make it. You've got 21 minutes to respond, and those minutes start now. Not to fear, but to faith. Not to doubt, but to destiny. Take a deep breath. Feel it. Something is shifting. Heaven is close. Say 777 if you're ready for your rescue. Because when you do, you're not just typing numbers, you're activating a promise. God says, your response will unlock your reward. This is not the end. This is the turning point. God says, the storm is ending. The waiting is over. The rescue has already begun. You've been in a season of silence, where it felt like heaven went quiet, where every prayer echoed back at you. But listen, silence doesn't mean absence. God was never gone. He was working behind the curtain, setting things up so perfectly that when it happens, you'll understand why it took this long. There's a moment, one moment, when everything shifts. You're closer to that moment than you think. Every obstacle, every disappointment, every time you said, God, I can't do this anymore, He heard you, and He said, yes, you can, because I'm with you. You've got 21 minutes not to fix everything, not to figure it all out, but to surrender. To stop trying to carry what was never yours. To let go of control and say, God, take it. Because when you finally release what's in your hand, He can finally release what's in His. And what He's holding is far greater than what you've been holding on to. The rescue won't come the way you expect. It might not come through the person you thought would help. It won't be in the timing you imagined, but when it arrives, it will make sense because it'll come from God's hand, not man's. Right now, heaven is whispering your name. Angels are taking flight on your behalf. The things that have been stuck are about to move. The doors that were locked are about to swing open. You're stepping into a divine acceleration. Blessings that should have taken years will happen in days. Opportunities that were closed are about to find their way back to you. People who walked away will realize they lost something they can't replace. But by the time they notice, you'll be somewhere new, elevated, free. Because God doesn't just rescue you to return you to where you were. He rescues you to take you where you were always meant to be. Say amen if you receive that. Type 777 if you believe this message is your confirmation. The same voice that told the sea to be still is telling your storm, enough. The same hand that raised the dead is reaching out for you right now, saying, get up, you're not done yet. You're about to witness what happens when God steps in. What seemed impossible will become easy. What looked final will become the beginning. And the best part, everyone who doubted you will have to watch it happen. They'll see you walk in peace, in power, in purpose, and they'll know it wasn't luck, it was God. He says, I'm not just rescuing you from something, I'm rescuing you for something. Because there's a calling on your life. Something the world needs that only you can give. That's why you couldn't quit. That's why you're still standing. That's why the enemy fought you so hard, because he knew what was inside you. But the fight is over now. The struggle that tried to silence you will become the story that saves someone else. The pain that almost broke you will become the proof that God heals. Every scar on your heart, it's evidence of survival, and survival is your testimony. God says, what was meant to bury you will be the very thing that blesses you. What was meant to destroy you will be the reason you rise. You think you're waiting on a miracle, but heaven's saying, you are the miracle. You survived what others didn't. You're still here, still breathing, still believing. That's not coincidence, that's calling. So rise, step out of the shadows, walk into the light that's been waiting for you. Because the rescue isn't coming from outside, it's coming from within. And when you rise, everything connected to you rises too. Your family, your finances, your faith. The generational curses end with you. The fear that ran through your bloodline stops with you. You are the breaker of cycles, the first to walk free. God says, I'm restoring your name. I'm redeeming your time. I'm reviving what you thought was dead. This is your sign. Don't question it. Don't rationalize it. Just receive it. Because when faith and surrender meet, miracles happen. If this message is speaking straight to your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, not for me, for you. As a declaration that you believe your rescue is here. Subscribe to stay connected, because the words you hear matter. They shape your reality. You've got 21 minutes not to wait, but to believe. Because the countdown isn't for God, it's for you. It's your moment to decide, will I keep worrying, or will I start trusting? Will I stay in fear, or will I step into faith? You're one yes away from your miracle. One surrender away from freedom. One prayer away from peace. So say it out loud. God, I'm ready. Say it again. Feel it in your chest. Because the second you say it, things start moving. Mountains start shifting. Chains start breaking. Darkness starts lifting. God says, I'm not waiting on the right time. I'm waiting on your response. And this is it. This is your response. Type 777 right now if you're claiming your rescue. Because every time you do, you're sending a signal to heaven. I'm ready. I believe. I receive. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are anointed. And your rescue is already in motion. This is your moment of alignment. The moment when heaven and earth meet in your favor. The moment where everything you've survived starts to make sense. God says, you didn't go through all that pain for nothing. You didn't cry all those tears for nothing. Every sleepless night, every silent prayer, every moment you thought I was gone, I was there. I never left. I never will. You've been stretched because your blessing needed space. You've been broken because your breakthrough needed a vessel that could handle it. You've been tested because your testimony needed weight. You were never disqualified, you were being qualified. Heaven has been watching, waiting, aligning every detail. And now, it's your time. When God rescues you, He doesn't just pull you out of the pit. He places you on higher ground. He gives you peace that doesn't make sense, joy that doesn't fade, favor that follows you wherever you go. Right now, as you're listening, the Spirit is saying, you are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I'm about to release. You think you've been delayed, but you've actually been protected. There were doors that didn't open because God knew what was behind them. There were relationships that ended because God heard conversations you didn't. There were opportunities you lost because God had something bigger, better, and blessed waiting. So stop mourning what you lost. Start preparing for what's coming, because what's coming isn't just a comeback. It's a resurrection. The same power that raised Lazarus from the tomb is breathing life into your situation. Dead dreams are waking up. Broken hearts are being restored. Lost confidence is returning. God says, I'm about to show you what happens when I restore. You'll laugh again. You'll love again. You'll believe again. And this time, it'll be real. Not forced, not fragile, but firm, built on the foundation of faith. You've got 21 minutes not to count down in fear, but to lift up in faith. For the next 21 minutes, let your heart open, let your faith rise. Speak it, even if your voice shakes. God, I trust you. Say it again, louder this time. God, I trust you. Because every word you say in faith shifts something in the unseen. Every amen, every I receive, every 777 you type is more than a gesture. It's a spiritual agreement. When you say 777, heaven hears, it is complete. Type it right now if you're ready to close the old chapter and walk into your new one. And while you do feel the weight lifting off your chest, feel the peace settling in your soul. That's not imagination, that's confirmation. The rescue you've been waiting for isn't coming in a thunderstorm, it's coming in stillness, in peace, in quiet moments when you finally exhale and realize you're free. God says, I'm not coming to take you back. I'm coming to take you higher. I'm not fixing what's broken. I'm replacing it with something brand new. You're not the same person who entered the storm. You've grown. You've toughened. You've learned to pray differently. You've learned to wait without losing faith. And that's what qualifies you for what's next. The rescue is already in motion. Doors are opening right now. Hearts are softening right now. Opportunities are forming right now. You might not see it, but your spirit can feel it. That's why you're emotional. That's why your chest feels warm. That's why you're here, listening to these words, because your breakthrough has found you. God says, I'm rewriting your story in real time. He's removing shame, restoring dignity, rebuilding what was torn down, replacing fear with courage. And where there was pain, He's planting purpose. The people who counted you out will have to count again, because this time, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. And when you tell your story, it'll heal others. The same way this message reached you, your voice will reach someone else. You'll be the sign they were praying for. You'll be the proof that God still rescues. So don't keep this to yourself. Like this video, not just for numbers, but as a spiritual agreement. Subscribe to stay connected, because your faith needs fuel. And share this with someone who needs to remember that God still saves. You've got 21 minutes to respond, but the truth is, heaven's already responding to you. Right now. You're not waiting for your rescue. Your rescue is waiting for your response. So lift your head, breathe deep, whisper it one more time. God, I'm ready. Because the moment you said that, the shift began. The weight lifted, the chains broke, the light returned. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of your freedom. And when you walk into this next season, you'll walk in peace, power, and purpose. Because the same God who promised to rescue you just did. So if you're still here and you feel this in your soul, don't hold back. Type 777 right now. Say, I receive. Let heaven see your faith in action. And as you do, remember, you are chosen. You are protected, you are anointed, and your rescue is complete. God says, you've responded. Now watch me restore. Like this video if this spoke to your heart. Subscribe so you never miss another word of hope. Because this is just the beginning of what God's about to do in your life. Your 21 minutes start now. Your miracle starts now. Your rescue has begun.